like J.Brock, cause I can score with a second on the clock.
We about to jump into Mo of this game.
Mo of this game.
Now, March, what day is this? March 10th, 2023.
Okay.
You and Tiny released the first episode of The Congregation.
Oh, man.
Where Tiny guarantees Tank will KO Garcia. Now, did
yeah,
Tank
shout
KO
out
Garcia?
to Tiny. He for sure did.
Oh, man. Shout out to Tiny,
He hit
y'all.
him with the liver shot. Shout out to Tiny, man.
Now,
he definitely predicted that.
Man, now make sure y'all subscribe to The Congregation on YouTube. They going live every Monday at 12 p.m.
Yeah, every Monday.
What was it like planning to come out with The Congregation and stream this show, bro?
It was kind of spontaneous for real, because like we had conversations like a few years prior just about doing something. Like at one point we were gonna do like some commentary on the game, like so you know how like you watching a football game and you hear the dude commenting on the game? We was gonna do that from just like our culture perspective, or just from us, like you know
do it like
I mean?
we do it,
yeah. So we talked about that before. We talked about doing a show, and then it just kind of fell by the wayside. We kind of never really did it, and then recently, shout out back on Fig, shout out T-Rail, everybody, Fig community, all the homies. They had something going, and it just kind of inspired us a little bit more to just press go on something we've already talked about, and then there was one day where I was streaming myself. And then he kind of seen it, and he was like, bro, we should do it. And I'm like, fuck it, let's do it Thursday. And then I was like 2 days later.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, we live, and now, you know what I mean? I think we about to hit episode like 44 on Monday.
Man, y'all been working.
Yeah.
Now, see, you set a date, and y'all stuck to the plan.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes you get people that bull crap. You say the day, and then they don't show up.
Yeah.
But Tiny showed up.
Yeah, shout out my dog Tiny.
So talk about the relationship and the chemistry y'all have together, man, to be able to pull this off.
Yeah, I mean, I've been knowing bro since we was 14.
Yeah.
So, ninth grade of high school, you feel me? His older cousin knew my brother, and then we went to football practice, and his cousin told him, hey, find somebody named Naeem, and you feel me? Go to his house. I ain't never met him before. Nothing. After practice, somebody come up to me like, hey, you Naeem? He just really going around the hella people. Like, hey, who Naeem? Like, I got to find somebody named Naeem. And then he find me, and I'm like, hey, Floyd said I should go to your house. I'm like, all right, because I knew Floyd already.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
Shout out to Floyd. Yeah.
And then, the rest has been history since then. We just been locked in. Like, I moved to the Bay. We still stayed in touch, stayed connected. He was a groomsman in my wedding. Like that's my dog.
Whoa, bro! Congratulations! I didn't know that you got married.
Oh yeah, I've been married for a minute.
Wow! Clap it up, make some noise for that.
Sure.
Him saying he's somebody. I had no idea.
For real?
I had no idea whatsoever. That is crazy. But shout out to that, man. Now, when you had this congregation house party, you just had that.
Oh yeah, that was lit.
I didn't get invited, but
I didn't invite you.
No.
Damn, why you didn't tell me? I posted it on the Insta.
Bro.
You know when I posted, that's like the invite.
See, I'm thinking you sending out invites. I just seen it one day like, oh, this dude having a party?
Man.
Damn, I thought we was cool. No,
you for sure get the invite.
I'm just
My
playing.
bad, man.
But how was the party? You guys went live during that.
Yeah.
How was the situation? All y'all energies together, bro.
Yeah,
how
it was fire.
That,
we actually dropped a vlog on our page, you feel me, at Front of the Congregation on YouTube. The party was dope, you know what I mean? Had a cool turnout. It was really on some like fucking 2000 LA backyard function type vibes. Like I cooked some jerk wings and shit. Like we had a DJ, like just good energy, family, friends, homies, people. Like it was just vibes. You know what I mean? Everybody was just cooling out. I did fucking micro dosing for the first time.
Micro dose.
I was just like, fuck it.
What is a micro dose?
Mushroom shit.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
Explain that. Is it different from weed? I don't know nothing about shrooms.
Honestly,
bro.
I don't know because I had smoked and drank that night too. So
man.
I don't really
You was
know
loaded.
what it be. I was just enjoying myself. You know what I mean? I was around my peoples. It was good. So it was a dope environment that we created. Shout out Tiny too because they always host the dopest parties.
Man, shout out to that. Now I'm not gonna skip this. He said he cooked jerk wings, y'all. Understand his family is a family-owned restaurant, Natural Art. They've been in business for 40 years. 40 years. 40 years.
We just
hit
40 years in February. Yeah.
Man, shout out and clap it up to that, man. That's real. They have seen. Come on. They have seen it all. And now
recessions,
also
pandemics, all that.
Now, don't let me forget now, Dreebo, you have your own sauce or is it seasoning?
It's a marinade. Yeah,
okay.
So it's a sauce, just jerk sauce, you feel me? But basically you like put it over the chicken, let it sit for like 1-2 days in the fridge, and then throw that thing on the grill or in the oven, however you prefer to cook it, air fryer, and it's bomb.
Shout out to that, man. See, Dreebo is full of layers. He got layers.
For sure.
He's a rapper. He's a streamer. He cooking food. He making his own marinade. It don't get no bigger than the Mr. 365 himself, y'all.
That.
Come on now. Now, we got to give a huge shout out to Back on Fig, and we're going to go back to Tiny asking around for Naeem because you were at the 100th episode. Shout out to T-Real.
Oh, yeah.
From the conversations and stories that were being talked about at the Switch Flavors video shoot, I was like, dang, they've been knowing each other since kids.
Yeah,
you know, the
real.
stories that y'all had, man. And so one of the situations is Floyd sending Tiny to get around to find you.
Yeah.
Now, what made the house such a safe haven for everybody, bro?
I think that's just my mom. Like, my mom was one of them parents, like, if y'all in the house, y'all further away from trouble. So she was just like, she kind of almost was like not tripping about who you brought to the house, because she know if y'all in the house playing video games or whatever y'all doing, like y'all ain't out on the street getting in trouble. And that was her biggest thing, just kind of keeping us away from doing stupid shit in the street.
Man, that makes a lot of sense right there. Now, when you coming up with these crew of friends, bro, was there ever a moment that you felt alone?
Alone, like in what sense?
Like you just didn't have a friend to call on because you coming up with all these kids.
Nah, not really. And that's part why my brand is the homies. Like, you feel me? Like it's like sometimes your family is outside your blood. You know what I mean? And sometimes somebody you not blood related to could be just as close or if not closer to you than your actual family. You know
That's
what I mean?
Fact. That's a fact.
So I think I've never really felt alone because I have a big family. I have a tight-knit family, but I also got a tight-knit community outside of my family within my homies.
That's right. That's right. Now, when you look at it, because it's like all y'all doing something big.
Yeah,
it's for real. It's like all y'all doing something big. So when you look at the T-Reals, when you look at the Tinies and the Floyds and what everybody got going on now.
For sure.
I mean, what does that make you think? Like, how blessed do you feel knowing that everybody is really out here killing it in some way?
It just make me happy that people is progressing, you know what I mean? Because I've known a lot of them for a long, long time and seen the different stages of their lives. So it's good to see that they're progressing and striving for more and not like, you know, choosing to settle in life.
That's right.
And I see that for myself too, and I'm proud of myself for that as well. And I just, you know, I hope that we can continue to just progress together, you know?
Come on now, it's only up, y'all. Clap it up for that, y'all. It's only up.
For real, for real.
This is a beautiful situation because I know that you noticed this. Since you jumped into this industry and start doing everything you're doing and you're looking at all the moving pieces and how all your associates are moving up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that has to make you feel good about your situation. How many of us can say the same thing? A lot of your associates just moving up. They just moving on up. You seeing new moves, big things happening. Like, that's a beautiful situation. Now, do you agree with T-Rail that you and Tiny bullied your way onto a new streaming platform?
What do you mean a new streaming platform?
He said y'all bullied y'all way into a streaming deck, and this is now. This is about the show. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he actually shouted y'all out on the sports situation, and he said y'all bullied y'all way onto this.
Nah, hell nah. Nah.
I know I did this.
That's funny. Shout out to you.
That will cut him off guard.
I never seen him saying that, but nah, we definitely didn't bully our way. We can't bully our way. You feel me? We created our way though.
That's right. I like that. Clap it up for that. Creating your way. Now, how important is it to make sure that you continue to imprint in each and every way that you can? You continue to leave a print each and every way that you can. It's not only one way, but it's multiple ways.
Yeah.
How important is that to you to unleash yourself and make sure that you let all that creative energy out?
That's super important. It's like Nip said, like, the highest act is to inspire. Like, I don't know if that's his quote or not, but I saw it from him.
The highest human act,
you feel me? Like, that's what I be trying to do. Like, I just want to inspire people to think different, to want more, to try and go further with whatever they're doing.
That's
know
right.
What I mean? And
That's
I just hope that my music could be the soundtrack to people's work ethic.
Now, who inspires Dreebo?
Oh, who inspires Dreebo? I think it's a lot that inspires me. I get inspired by a lot. One main inspiration that's like close to me is my wife for sure.
Shout out to that. Yeah, shout out to the wife.
She definitely, she be going crazy. Mm-hmm. She's a superstar in her own right. And so the way she approaches life definitely inspires me. The way she approaches her work. I think my homies inspire me in a lot of ways. Growth inspires me. You know what I mean? Like, you inspire me coming here seeing this. Like, for real. Like, I see things, I hear things, and I'll be inspired because it just keeps me understanding the lack of boundaries that there really are. Like, we might put boundaries on ourselves, but there really ain't no boundaries.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's all in your imagination.
100%.
Now, Dreebo, what type of criticism had you faced that has helped you become who you are? We all face criticism, constructive criticism. We all face this. But what was, I know there was a moment that you could remember that changed everything for you. What was that?
As far as constructive criticism? Ooh.
I think it's something that we all have to go through and something that we all face with, but we got to choose to listen.
Yeah. It's hard because I be like, I'm really dolo. Like, I really like a one-man band for real. So it ain't really been too many moments where I've even, like, received constructive criticism down there. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, it probably sounds like I'm lying, but I'm for real. Like, if I really think about it, I mean, and I also don't really ask for opinions too much, too. Okay. So that might be a hard question for me to answer, honestly.
Because you don't really care about the opinions.
It's not even just that I don't care, but it's like I just do what I do.
That's right.
And it's just like you fuck with it or you don't fuck with it. You like it or you don't like it. There has been people where I've asked their opinion, but like everybody that I've asked their opinion of, they never had nothing bad to say.
Nothing bad to say. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Straight like that, man. Shout out to that. Now, speaking of doing what you do, you started shooting videos to your music where you would sit in a chair on what looks like a roof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in one of the videos, it starts with you reading a book titled Grit and your Keep Your Calm coffee mug. Now, with this, because you have so much music.
Details right
man, with this, because you have so much music, bro, how did you come up with this idea to do it that way? I don't think I saw that before.
Honestly, it was a conversation I had with my boy Ray. Shout out to Ray.
Shout out to Ray.
He's a producer, Ray Marco. He did a bunch of records on my album, but we had a conversation and we were just talking about content and just kind of brainstorming and just chopping it up about different ways that artists put out content and can put out content. And just in the midst of that conversation, just that whole little concept of putting yourself in front of a backdrop or a background, whether that be scenic or just a blank wall, and doing a slow zoom as you rap your lyrics. Like, it's just a simple, easy way to create content. And if you have the music for it and the music is good, like, you'll get a good response from doing that consistently.
Yeah, clap it up for that. No, I gotta tell you that is definitely a way to make people pay. You know what I'm saying? Because I know even when you got the 365, the way that you do the content with that, it made people pay attention. And it kept them involved. You know what I'm saying? So clap it up to that, y'all. As y'all know, the Homie Dreebo has the congregation streaming live on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about...
Not your average sports show.
Yeah, not your average sports show. We're going to talk about some sports. We're about to chop it up. We're going to give Dreebo the option to choose a number from 1 to 3. Whichever one he chooses, that's what we're going to talk about. So, Dreebo,
we're going to start with 1.
Number 1. Shedeur Sanders blast Nebraska over extreme disrespect. How many of y'all are paying attention to what Deion Sanders is doing at Colorado?
Yeah, come on now. Coach Prime.
Come on now. Now, Shedeur Sanders goes up and shows off his watch.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, people are taking their shots at Coach Prime, and I don't know why they're doing that. They're taking their shots at Coach Prime. The Nebraska coach went at Coach Prime, and what they did was, as a football player, I know you can relate, Nebraska went to the center of the field on the mascot and had a meeting.
I saw that.
Come on, is Shedeur in the wrong for this?
Nah, he not in the wrong. He got to protect his home field at all costs.
Come on now.
His leverage was that, you feel me, the bust down.
Yeah.
So he had to bust down on him.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it ain't like he went out of his way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He went and met them where they was at. And just a football thing in general. Like, you always got to protect your home field. Like, that's your sacred space. You feel me? You can't let nobody disrespect that.
That's a fact.
Especially the logo.
And when I seen the video, I said, you know what? I relate to Shador. I relate to that. I felt the attitude. I was like, I relate to that because that's how I feel.
Yeah, 100%.
See, I wasn't a street guy, so to me, football was my streets. I can get active on a football. If I can go run you over, I can pop it, and I ain't gonna get killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just go out there and run you over. You know, so I really, that's why I love the game of football.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And as an athlete, Dreebo probably doesn't look like it right now, but Dreebo was out there cornerback, number one. Come on, man, number one.
It's been a while.
Come on, man. Now, did this take you back to your own football days and thinking about how your attitude was when you saw that?
Oh yeah, I was crazy on the field.
Yeah,
I was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I just had that same mentality, just like I'm gonna win every time.
Yeah.
Whether I line up against you, whether I'm tackling you, whatever the case may be, like I'm gonna line up against you, and I'm not gonna feel bad about whatever comes from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. No need to feel bad. I wanted to commit all our violence. Like I couldn't
play in today's league.
Yeah.
I get kicked out.
I be saying that all the time too.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like they lucky I wasn't playing in front of 80,000 people because somebody would have got killed. Yeah. I mean, I would have went out there and did something to somebody real bad.
Every game. For sure.
Now, when you're looking at what Deion Sanders is doing with Colorado. Man, what's your thoughts about that?
I love it, man. I love it. It's the prime effect. Like he got eyes paying attention to players that we would have never known before. Mm-hmm. He's giving opportunities, but bigger than that, he's like building up men. You know what I mean? And he's inspiring other coaches and showing, how to do this thing correctly. Mm-hmm. And he got the credentials, so you can't really combat or knock anything he doing. And he's just like, he a good dude. Yeah. So it's like, he doing it the right way. He doing it with God behind him. You know what I mean? For real. So it's like, I love and support everything they doing over there in Colorado. That's right. And everything they did at Jackson State. Yeah, no, that was big. See, he changed the game. For sure. That dude, is it anointed? He's anointed. Everywhere he goes, he changes the game. 100%. What's your prediction on their record, though? Oh, I think we did this on the show, too. I think I gave them like 10 wins.
And who they going to lose to, though?
I think I had them losing to SC and Oregon.
Okay. I like that. If I'm not
mistaken. I think I had them losing to SC and Oregon.
See, I love seeing them do good. I don't want to see them do good against SC, though. I don't want to see that at all.
That's going to be a tough one because I'm like, I kind of hope they beat Oregon next week. That's and then when they play SC, they're undefeated. Both undefeated. Yeah. Because then we could just see Caleb Shador, we could see Colorado SC, and then I'm going to just be neutral watching that. My heart going to be cheering for SC, but then I got to be neutral a little bit.
SC all day, Coach Prime. Yeah. I love you, but it's SC all day, y'all. Yeah.
It's hard for me because I had two brothers that played D1, so one went to Cal, one went to Washington, so they all enemies. So even when I used to go to their games when they played and they play SC, it's just like, I want to cheer for SC, but I got to cheer for my brother.
Goodness gracious. I mean? Hey, I'm going to say it straight up and straight out. I'm rooting for you, Deion Sanders, but against SC, it's over. Man. Clap it up and make some noise for that segment and chop it up with the homie Dreebo.